Philadelphia is truly the place to be this summer. So add the Match Room to your list. It's a limited time sports lounge experience at Four Seasons Hotel Philadelphia, open now through July 19th. Located on the 59th floor, the space has been designed for watching international soccer matches. There's elevated food and drink options, including dishes you can share, and the best views of the city. Plan your visit now. Make those reservations on fourseasons.com/Philadelphia/dining and experience the Match Room before it's gone.
Hi, I'm David Plotz. I'm the CEO of CityCast, a podcast network that includes this show you're listening to, and also 12 other CityCasts in 12 other cities. And each one knows their city as well as your local team knows yours. So isn't it time we connected them? Don't you want to know how they're tackling their bike lane problems and housing challenges and sidewalk dog poop crises? That's why I'm hosting a new podcast called Your City Could Be Better. Because it could be. Every week, I'll chat with a different host in our CityCast network about what their cities are doing right and wrong, the weird things they're trying, and the surprising successes, so that we can all learn how to make our cities a little bit better. Listen to Your City Could Be Better on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
The CityCast Philly team is here with me to talk about some of our recommendations for events happening in the city this July. Like some of the fun ways to celebrate America's 250th. It's a big deal. 2 museums offering free admission for all Philadelphians this month. And where to sign up for a food-themed spelling bee and a spaghetti-eating contest. It's Wednesday, July 1st. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's what Philly is doing in the city this July. The CityCast Philly Monthly Guide is sponsored by Philadelphia Union. World Cup fever doesn't have to end when the tournament is over. We've got top-tier soccer right in our backyard. The Philadelphia Union are back home at Subaru Park, and there's never been a better time to catch a game. Joining me is executive producer Matt Katz, senior producer Abby Fritz, and newsletter editor Siani Colon. Hey, y'all. Happy July.
Happy July, guys. We're in it.
Whoop, whoop.
We made it. We're here.
We are so excited that you're listening to this episode of CityCast Philly. We are a daily news and culture podcast that keeps you up to date on what's really going on in this city. And we're also the team behind the daily newsletter that you get in your inbox at 6 a.m. It's got event listings and articles that are relevant to your life here in this beautiful city. We've got a link to subscribe to both the podcast and the newsletter in our show notes under today's episode.
And one of the ways we keep this show going and that newsletter going is through our membership program. So if you'd like to become a CityCast Philly neighbor, you go to membership.citycast.fm. And here's my pitch for becoming a neighbor today. Have you ever listened to one of these shows, one of our event shows that we do the first of every month? Whole team comes together. We curate the things that you should know about for the coming month. If you've ever done anything that we've suggested during one of these shows that drops that first of the month, if you've ever had an experience because you heard something that we recommended that made you fall more deeply in love with Philly, did you meet a best friend or maybe even a new boo at an event that we told you about? If so, that proves that what we do here has value. It also costs money to keep these recordings going. So
yeah, but it's only $10. It's cheaper than a cheesesteak.
That's right. It's like 2 coffees a month. Nothing. So join us. Become a CityCast Philly neighbor. Comes with a load of perks. Again, go to membership.citycast.fm. And thank you for joining us.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to this month in July, Matt?
Yeah, so I'm a huge baseball fan, and the big event this month is the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. It's in Philly this year. It's a big honor for the city. This does not come around very often. So this is the big game once a year where the best players in baseball, they converge and play against each other, American League versus National League. It'll all be at Citizens Bank Park on July 14th. The Home Run Derby, where they hit bombs out of the stadium, like 400 feet. It's so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
That's July 13th. Now, tickets for both of these events are still available on the secondary sites. They're like $500 a piece, which is crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
You know what? But it's cheaper than some of the World Cup tickets.
That's true. If you compare it to that. And there's also a World Cup game on July 4th. And that game, the tickets for that are through the roof. So yes, this is totally nuts, that price point. And I'm going to try that day to get like cheaper tickets. I'm going to try to like go online like a couple hours before the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game, see if I can get some cheap tickets. But you don't actually need to go down to the stadiums to participate in All-Star Weekend.
Why? Because the city is literally, the whole city is a sports town.
It really is. And from July 11th to July 14th over at the Convention Center in Center City, there's what they're calling the Capital One All-Star Village. So it's sort of like the fan fest that we've been doing over at Lemon Hill Park for FIFA World Cup. This is for baseball. So you can take photos and get autographs with Hall of Famers and famous Phillies. They're going to have interactive games for the kids, video games and batting cages. You can throw a pitch off of a mound and they'll clock your speed, and then baseball legends will come by and give you advice. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can learn how to throw a curveball from like a Hall of Famer.
Or roast us.
That's all I've been wanting to do.
I know. So it sounds like very cool. It's supposed to be for fans of all ages. And tickets for that are $39 a piece. Much cheaper than going to the game.
That's a great deal given the fact that like I'll get feedback on my swing. Like, yeah.
A little coaching situation.
Work on your mechanics. Yeah.
Fingers crossed that we stuff the ballots enough that we'll have as many Phillies players as possible on that field. We have to get as many of them out there as possible. So if you voted, you should have gotten an I Love My Country Philadelphia flag that they were giving out at home games.
Oh,
I have mine. I hope prices go down so I can make it to the All-Star game and wave that flag.
Yeah, the way it works is fans vote on who goes to the All-Star game. That's one of the several ways that they pick the All-Star teams. So, there could be a number of Phillies that will be on this team.
Yeah, they should have it, most of the players and any reserves by July 4th. So we'll see who makes it.
Definitely going to be Schwarber, right, Siani?
He has to be. He did amazing at the Home Run Derby last year.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Schwarber bombs?
Schwarbomb.
Schwarbomb? Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he hits home run. What about you, Abby? What are you up to this?
Yeah, I need to chill out. I've been spending so much money. I've been going everywhere, doing everything. It's July, so that means the Lancaster Avenue Jazz and Arts Festival is back, which I'm super excited about. They're actually celebrating their 20th year this year. That is crazy. And I mean, like, Trina, you spoke with the city controller last month about how hard it is for Philly events to, like, continue to stay in the city because of rising costs and city permitting and things like that. And so, like, I really think 20 years is something to be proud of, is something to celebrate on top of just like a great event. It's going to be at Saunders Park in University City, West Palatine area on July 18th from 12 to 7. And it's honoring the legacy of saxophonist and Philly jazz legend John Coltrane. Totally family-friendly event. There's going to be live jazz performances from local musicians, arts and crafts, food trucks, vendors, all the good stuff, free admission, and it's just pay as you go for the food, beverages, and vendors. So
what I love about Philly jazz, a lot of Philly jazz festivals that are like outdoor, you just like pull up. It is so like laid back. You bring your chair, bring your blanket, and just have a good time outside with your neighbors.
This is cool because, you know, Coltrane has Philly connections. John Coltrane lived in Philly on the other side of the Schuylkill River.
Yep, on 33rd Street.
Right. So, yeah, it's awesome that they're honoring his legacy and his Philly connection.
Well, this summer is all about live music in Philly, and that's where I'm trying to be. So, speaking of music, the Make the World Better charity concert's coming to the Dell this month. So, if you're not familiar with this, this charity was founded by former Philadelphia Eagles player Connor Barwin, and a lot of his work has revolved around revitalizing Philadelphia's parks and playground spaces. I actually got a chance to meet him a few years ago at an event that was celebrating the renovations at Smith Playground in South Philly. That was thanks to this charity work. So this is the 10th year that they're doing this fundraiser concert, and 100% of the ticket proceeds go back to this work, investing in our play spaces. This year's lineup includes Kurt Vile and the Violators, and Kurt just released his new album, Philadelphia's Been Good to Me. So I think we want to bring that energy back to the rest of Philadelphia,
Yes.
being good back and for our spaces. So tickets for this start at $60 for the Friday show and $30 for Saturday, with a weekend pass option available. And this is going to be on July 24th and 25th. So it's really nice to see that the Dell's continuing its legacy of making music accessible to Philadelphians and being a place for Philadelphians. So if you're curious about that history, more about the Dell and the man, we have an article on that on our site as well.
I love when like a former Eagles player basically like never leaves Philly and just like helps us out.
Even when they're not from here.
Yeah. Okay, we are walking across the Benny. That's right. On July 11th, our beloved Ben Franklin Bridge is turning 100 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yes.
Ancient.
This is a huge deal. This is the bridge that connects Philly to Camden, New Jersey, and it will be closed to cars and trucks so that we can walk across. There's going to be food vendors, live music, and historical exhibits. So you can learn more about this really amazing history of this bridge. And don't worry, you don't have to pay the $6 toll. This event is free. So let me take you back to 1926. I mean, not that I was there, but the bridge was constructed by Paul Philippe Crête, was the engineer and architect of the bridge. And get this, he also designed the Ben Franklin Parkway.
How much did it cost to get over what was the toll in 1926?
Oh, that's a good question.
Not $6.
It wasn't $6, I bet.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, Matt, that also got me thinking that although I feel like we all love the Benny, it is low-key the scariest thing to do if you're driving on 6th Street and you're trying to get to Ray Street, but you're in the far left lane, and so you accidentally turn onto the Ben Franklin Bridge on-ramp, and you realize, oh crap, I'm going to Jersey.
Yeah, that happens to everybody.
I did it once, never again.
Right? You literally panic and you're like, there's no turning back. You just got to go through and you got to come back. There are painted roadway markers in the lanes, but if you are inexperienced, good luck.
It happened to me at night.
Oh, no.
Yep.
This would be the only way I could experience getting on a bridge. I know people love taking walks up there or runs. I would have to crawl. I couldn't even hold the railing. I need to crawl through the sidewalk to get through that. So I think this is the one time I will experience being on the bridge.
What about on Jersey Transit? You wouldn't take the...
I've taken the Patco. I've taken the Patco across.
I've taken it to Atlantic City. I've done that. But walking on the edge? No. I'll do it this one day.
Well, you don't have to walk on the ledge on July 11th. You can walk in a lane.
That's better.
And that will hopefully make you feel better.
I looked it up. It was 25 cents each way, which is funny because now it's free to go to New Jersey, but costs $6 to come to Philly.
Right.
And when it opened in 1926, 25 cents each way, and it was called the Delaware River Bridge. They didn't rename it to the Ben Franklin Bridge for some decades later.
Interesting.
So, Siani, after you walk across the Ben Franklin Bridge, you would have completed 1.5 miles, and that would probably build up your appetite. So, what are we eating this month?
Well, I've got a liquid meal for you. Maybe a couple, actually.
All right.
Have you guys heard of Crafted in Philly? No? Okay.
Is it like an event?
It's
Restaurant?
essentially a citywide brewery tour, which I had never heard of. I'd never heard of, and I feel like I am the target audience for this. So I'm very excited to learn about this event. It's $52 a ticket, and it gets you 8 or 12 ounce pours of any beer at over 30 breweries across the city. And basically, you can just like go to any of the participating bars, be like, hey, look, I'm participating in Crafted in Philly, and they'll give you a beer. Then you vote on like your favorite type of beer, the favorite brewery. You can rate the atmosphere, things like that. There's like a full list of things you can vote on, and you can find all the participating breweries in the city on the website. I see Love City Brewing on this list, Yards, Two Locals, Two Robbers, Evil Genius, and even Mighty Bread Co., which we did an episode with them. They're a bread company, but they also have beers. So there you go. And even if you want to go out to the burbs, there's some suburban breweries participating too. And I honestly have some catching up to do because this started back in May. It is running May through the end of July. And you can go to any of these, I think it's like 34 breweries, and get your free beer. And honestly, I think it's a pretty good deal, especially considering how many bars I plan to go out to during July for all the celebrations. I don't intend to go to more than one brewery every single day the month of July, but I think if I hit like 5 to 10, I think I'd get my money's worth.
And I'm thinking, hit up a neighborhood that has a bunch of these breweries in like one spot.
Yes, you can do your own mini tour, or mini bar hopping experience. Yeah, that'd be fun. Well, if you wanna get a ticket, you can head over to the website. It's gonna be on Rally RALLIE.com/crafted-in-Philly /. How about you, Siani? You got some solid food for us?
Yeah, so when you guys were kids, did your parents ever tell you not to play with your food?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, this event is all about getting playful with it. So at Pentridge Station, there's going to be the Funky Food Fest, and it's all about getting weird. This organizer is the same person who was behind the West Philly Cake Picnic, if you heard about that or went to that, where everyone just baked a cake, got creative with it, and brought it to share in like one big potluck. So this event is much more open-ended. It's not just cakes, but it wants you to get silly. I mean, in their flyer, there appears to be this choo-choo charcuterie train that's happening. So you can just really get creative. This event does require registration if you're actively participating in the potluck. But you can also just come by and see what people came up with and root for the competitors if you don't want to make anything for the event. And you can also sign up for 2 contests. So there's a food-themed spelling bee and a spaghetti eating contest.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So your stomach better be ready. It better be empty because you're going to be eating a lot at this.
Does it come with meatballs? Because that'll slow you down.
For sure.
Hey, it's all about the extra challenge. So this is a great opportunity to try all sorts of things that your neighbors are bringing. And if you're not participating in the main festivities, you can still come by and purchase food and drinks from Pentridge. So this will be from 5 to 10 p.m. on July 12th.
So you can do the thing where, like, parents do, where the food is coming in for a landing. Here's the choo-choo train coming into the station.
Here's your cracker and cheese and salami.
Yeah. So I can do that without being embarrassed this time?
Well,
maybe just don't bring your daughter there. Your daughter or your son.
Oh,
then
no,
it'll be fun.
That's how I encourage myself to eat my vegetables.
It's for yourself. Exactly.
All right. Well, let's go back to having a drinking diet.
Yes, more drinking.
Yes, more drinking. All right. This time I'm giving you something sweet and tart. Guys, we're going to the Malcolm X Park over on 52nd Street, and we're going to the Lemon Drop Festival.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
It would have been funny if this was happening in Lemon Hill in Fairmount Park, but there's some other festival going on over there.
Yeah, some small event.
Yeah. Anyway, so this Lemon Drop Festival, you're going to be able to taste more than 20 lemon drop martini flavors, curated cocktails, and your wristband is going to get you 10 free lemon drops.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Can you drink 10? Are we
I
doing
know,
10
right?
in one day?
It's insane. There's going to be music, food trucks, and a vendor market as well. So the Lemon Drop Festival is happening Saturday, July 11th from 2 to 8 p.m.
Is there admission or something?
Yeah. So the tickets
Okay.
are about I would say like in the $50 range, and then the
nice.
VIP is probably like $70 to $80.
That's a pretty good deal for 10 cocktails.
Right? I don't know if I could like actually take on 10 cocktails.
I think I could do it, but I would be the next day.
You'd be carted
Yeah, the next
home.
day
I would
you're-
not be here. I would not be talking to you
You're
guys.
smacked.
Yeah, but I could do it. I'm up for that challenge. Well, while you're in that part of the city, if you're drinking that much, go get some food. University City Dining Days is July 15th to the 26th. You can get 3-course meals at many restaurants across University City. Several good things about this. First of all, the universities are mostly empty, right? Students aren't there. So you don't have to fight for parking. You don't have to like dodge a college student who's buried in his phone and doesn't see you as they're walking down the street, which is like a very common thing in University City. It is hard to navigate those streets because the kids are on the phones too much. And it's cheap. These fixed meal prices go from $20 to $30 and $40. You get a 3-course meal. Some of our favorite spots are on there: Dalek Dim Sum House by Jane G's,
Yes.
Haraz Coffee House, Louis
Yes.
Louis, Walnut Street Cafe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
This is a great deal.
great deal. Check them out. University City Dining Days.
That sounds delicious. Up next, we've got free stuff to do and ways to get civically engaged in the city. That's all after this quick break. As you begin to make your itinerary for summer, add Brooklyn Bowl to the list. Brooklyn Bowl is a perfect blend of live music, bowling, beer, and food. It's located in Fishtown next to the Fillmore. 24 bowling lanes, 2 bars, and a restaurant featuring food from the Blue Ribbon Restaurant Group. It's open Thursday through Saturday evenings with live shows and parties every week. Half price bowling Thursdays, family bowl Saturdays, plus food and drink specials in the restaurant during Phillies games. Go to brooklynbowl.com/Philadelphia to purchase tickets to shows, make a restaurant reservation, or inquire about hosting your next private event on the Brooklyn Bowl lanes. Soccer has taken over Philly, and when the World Cup rolls out, the party doesn't stop because we have professional soccer right here. The Philadelphia Union returned to play to host rivals Red Bull New York on July 22nd. If you've never seen a match, now's your chance with the first match on us. If you have seen a game, enter today to win VIP tickets to watch Inter Miami take on the Philadelphia Union when Lionel Messi comes to town on August 18th. Register for both at philaunion.co/citycast. Listen, if you're like me and you want to save some cash, check out Arbor. Arbor helps you pay less on your electric bill at no cost. You might not realize the supply part of your Pico bill, the actual electricity, is the part you can change. It's also where rates have been climbing. Arbor is independent. They work for you, not the utility. They secure a better rate plan from vetted suppliers. You keep Pico as your utility, and only your supply changes. There's no cost, no fees. You can cancel anytime. The suppliers pay Arbor, never you. And there's more than 1,300 Philadelphia households who are already using Arbor. So go to joinarbor.com/citycast and sign up. It only takes about 2 minutes. Philadelphia Union's sponsored pick of the month is heading to Subaru Park to catch a game. Never been to a Union match? They'll cover your first one. Just fill out the form at philaunion.co/citycast and you could receive a unique code for a free ticket to a select game. Already a fan? Sign up at the same link for a chance to be a VIP when Messi and Inter Miami come to town on August 19th. We've got some recommendations for free things to do this month.
So guys, I've lived here my whole life and I still have never gone down to the Navy Yard. Like, no, never.
Wow.
Like, you don't even know what it looks like.
I can imagine it, I guess. I know
It's
there's
hard
some
to imagine.
orgs.
It's very
No, it
unusual.
really is not what you imagine it, though.
Yeah.
I just remember before, wasn't there like that whole fish pond, like that unofficial
Yeah.
fish pond situation?
Like
that's
in a building,
that's an
Yeah.
abandoned building. That's
Mhm.
all I knew of it. That's my only source of knowledge. So
there's so much more, Siani.
I know, but now this is the time because the Navy Yard has been putting on a Third Thursdays event series. So that's an opportunity that you can listen to live music, play games, maybe win some giveaways, and just to get to know folks in that area. The nice thing is that it isn't exclusive to Navy Yard employees or residents. And I think that's partly why I've never been, because it seems so like isolated or like restricted to like all the businesses that are down there, the people who do live there. So it's a nice way to like get to know that section of the city that's just like so far out from everything else. I get to know some folks who are around there. So this is open to the public and is free, but just be prepared to pay if you'd like something from the food trucks or some of the local vendors who maybe be tabling that night. So the next one is on July 16th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Chapel Plaza.
It's actually like sparked maybe a new episode that we can do. And that would be Philly things that we haven't done yet. And then we pair it with finding an event or an activity to that thing that we haven't done yet.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that idea.
I haven't been to the prison.
Really?
You know what, Matt? I don't think I've ever been inside because it looks scary to me.
Oh, maybe we should go together.
Okay.
We get scared together.
Just not during Halloween. Oh my
We're
gosh.
talking about Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yes. My free thing to do this July is really for us. Listen up, Philly residents, and Philly residents only. The Barnes Foundation in Calder Gardens is offering free admission the entire month of July to both of their institutions.
Wow.
These world-class cultural and art institutions. And this is all in our backyard. This is why I love Philly so much. All we got to do is just show our IDs, make sure it says you live in the city of Philadelphia, and we can go and explore so many exhibits. So when we go to the Barnes, we're going to check out Freedom Dreams. And this is an exhibit featuring artists who use like video and film to examine life of Black Americans. Then we're going to look at this new exhibit by artist Sky Hopinka called Red Metal Dust. And this explores the American experience through an indigenous lens. Across the parkway at Calder Gardens, we're going to see the U.S. premiere of Cirque Calder on film. This was directed by Vic Brooks. And I really went down a rabbit hole. And this is the French word for Calder's Circus, which is from the artist Alexander Calder, who had these famous circus doll-sized figurines of like acrobats and elephants and the lion tamers. And he would physically maneuver them using wheels and cranks and pulleys. So I'm so excited to see so much art for free in Philly.
There's all kinds of free museum action going on in Philly this month. Guys, you know what July 4th is?
I believe it's Independence Day.
Nope.
No?
I mean, it is, but it's also my birthday.
Really?
Wait, what?
I didn't
Guys,
realize.
we've been working together for like a year and a half. Yes,
that mean
I'm
you're a
250. I'm a Cancer, yes.
Okay.
Does that change our working relationship?
Well, it explains a lot.
So July 4th is my birthday, but it's also, of course, when we're marking the 250th anniversary of the United States. And as such, admission to the Constitution Center is free that day. You have to reserve online, but they're doing all this great stuff that day over at the National Constitution Center on Market Street across from Independence Hall. They're going to have a family time capsule ceremony. So they selected 5 families from across the United States to present what they call their own family time capsules with stories and with items that sort of reflect their family stories and values and hopes and reflections on what it means to be an American right now. And then the Constitution Center will preserve these time capsules until 2037, when the same families are going to return to the National Constitution Center to reopen them up for the 250th anniversary of the Constitution, which is, 11 years from now. And then they will reflect on, quote, a decade of personal growth, family memories, national milestones, and civic learning. I thought this was so cool how the Constitution Center is, personalizing this big landmark anniversary in the United States. Also on the 4th, outside the National Constitution Center on the big lawn over there, they're going to have Revolutionary War reenactors, and they'll be marching, and you can practice using one of their wooden muskets, if a Continental Army soldier allows you, of course. There's also going to be live performances of Schoolhouse Rock that day. So tons of stuff going on there. Sounds like a great educational experience for the kids.
What would you put in your time capsule from today to be opened in 2037?
I would include iPhone, and I would lock the screen on the screen time limits that I'm constantly setting for my daughter. Is that not meaningful enough? Because it's pretty much I think it really captures the state of my family at this moment, fighting over screen time limits.
Abby, what would you put in there?
I don't know what I put. You know what? Maybe I'd put a rugby ball. This year is my rugby team's 50th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we celebrated it this summer, and we have some cool merch for the anniversary. So that'll be fun to stick in there.
I like that.
Yeah, wholesome.
Tiani?
Yeah, I really like journaling. I've been trying to do a better habit of that lately. So I have a junk journal to just kind of collage out all the random scraps of different events I've been to instead of just shoving them into a memory box. And also a movie log, because I really love movies. So I keep track and do all my mini reviews there. So I'd probably put either one or both of those things, and then maybe check back in later and be like, what the heck was I doing in 2026?
I like the journal idea, because you can also, it's what were you doing? What was I thinking about? And how much I've grown since then, or hopefully you've grown. So in 8th grade, I made a time capsule from 8th grade until all the way in high school. And I stuffed it with like notes that I wrote to my friends, notes that I got back, love letters, poems, all sorts of stuff. And I cracked it open when I had kids, and they were old enough to, read these and understand what some of these things are. And they're like, Mom, what were y'all saying back then? I was like, oh my gosh. And some stuff, it had certain people's names. I was like, no, don't read that. That's fine. That I'm gonna just keep that to myself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
So
That's really
I would
fun.
put in some like photos and like notes and things that we're writing now for 2037.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, let's get back on track and come back to 2026. Abby, what's your free thing to do in July this month?
Guys, I've been really into soda lately. Do you like soda? Big soda fans? No?
I've been trying to shy away from soda.
But who doesn't?
It
everybody
shows
loves
up on my
soda.
face.
We love the
Like,
beverage tax.
wherever that's going.
Well, I just tried the other day the cream soda from
the dirty
McDonald's,
Dr.
the
Pepper?
dirty Dr. Pepper. I like had kicked soda entirely, and now I'm back. So we're back
Wow.
to soda.
That's dangerous.
I know it's bad.
It is.
And there is a local horror bookstore in Philly called Thrillerdelphia that also loves soda. They are on Main Street in Manayunk, and they host Faygo Fridays. Did you guys ever drink Faygo? It's like the like kind of off-brand soda. It's like the like blue raspberry, and it's like the brightest blue. It's like the color of my shirt. It's like the brightest blue you've ever seen. It's like, I don't know, it's like they do really interesting flavors like cotton candy. They have one called like moon mist. You know, it's fun. I feel like it's a staple at picnics and stuff. And it's like on the cheaper end too. So much sugar, but very nostalgic. And on Fridays, every single Friday from 6 to 7, this bookstore is giving out free soda samples. Just a really cute way to get people out and into the bookstore. It started in April, and they're running it all the way through the end of the year. So if you're on Main Street and you want something to carry you over to your next destination, maybe go try some cream soda from Faygo. And I'm sorry, I just loved their event listing too. I think these people are funny. You can tell they read a lot of books. So they say, free Faygo samples poured like it's a sacred ritual. Come discover flavors banned by common sense. Debate moon mist like it's politics. And walk Main Street holding a neon beverage that looks medically impossible. So there you go. That's what I'll be doing.
Love that.
So I was thinking of ways to get civically engaged, and one really cool camp that I just discovered for young girls, grades 7 through 12, is they could check out the National Association of Women in Construction. They are having this Mentoring Young Women in Construction camp. It is free, and girls can get hands-on construction experience. This is all happening in South Philly, July 6th through the 17th. The group is going to meet at FDR Park, and the campers, they're going to get t-shirts, tools, boots, meals, and experience on learning safety and walking around different job sites in the city. They're going to learn all about the career opportunities that they can have in the construction field. And so if you're looking for something for your young girl, grades 7 through 12, and they're in the Philly region, check this out. It's called My WIC, Mentoring Young Women in Construction.
This is great. This could also lead some of these girls to having a career in the trades.
Right.
Great opportunity, really exposes them to something that they otherwise wouldn't be exposed to. My civic experience this month is going to be very personal, because I just learned that we have very specific rules in our city for what time you're allowed to put out your trash. Did you know about this? Did you guys know about this?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew that if you put it out too early on, like the
Right.
day before trash day, you could get a fine.
Right.
Can someone tell my neighbors that?
I vaguely knew that like around 5 seemed like the time in my head. I didn't know if that was official or not. And I had just seen that people were reporting on Reddit that they were getting tickets recently for putting out their trash too soon. So this month I am going to resolve to follow the city rules on what time to put out my trash, and not only avoid getting a ticket, but also avoid having trash outside too long. So these are the rules. April, they're different depending on the time of year. April through September 30th. So this is the period of the year we're in now, 7 p.m. the night before. You cannot have your trash out before 7 p.m. the night before, and then as you could put it out as late as 7 a.m. the next day. The rest of the year, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's what it says. 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. during the summer, 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. otherwise. Now, except if you live in Center City, Vine to Bainbridge, River to River, it's actually 8 p.m. You can't put your trash out till 8 p.m. from April through September 30th, and it goes to 6 p.m. during the colder months in Center City. How about that?
But you guys are getting 2-day trash pickups.
And then the 2-day trash pickup, which is great. Are you getting that?
No, I'm not getting that.
You haven't gotten that yet?
No, I haven't gotten it yet.
Ooh, you want to drop some trash off my house on the second day? Feel free. Just not before 7 p.m.
That's real community right there.
All right. Well, that's great. I didn't know any of that. This month for my civic engagement with all the 250th anniversary stuff, it's gotten me thinking a lot about democracy and kind of like how it was established here and the state of our country right now. So I'm really excited to check out this exhibit that's put on by Mural Arts in the Free Library. It's called The People's Declaration, Grassroots Posters from 1976 and 2026. And it's basically a curation of how Philadelphians during the 200th and the 250th anniversary of the founding of this country protested and asked for changes and made themselves heard through posters, newspapers, any written type of material. I think there's a lot of celebrations happening right now. And I think this particular exhibit is an excellent way to show freedom of speech in action, which was written into our Constitution. And there's no better time than like an anniversary to look at ourselves and see what's changed and imagine what we want our future to be like, what we hope to gain and celebrate at the 350th anniversary. So this is a cool exhibit. It's already open. It's free to check out. There's also a free panel happening at the Free Library at Parkway Central. And it's going to be with the curators. And then there's an exhibition tour afterwards. It's going to be on July 8th at 5:30 p.m. You just have to register through either Mural Arts or the Free Library's website.
So patriotic to celebrate the 250th by highlighting our freedom of speech. I love that.
Well, on a related note, the Historical Society of Pennsylvania is helping us be a part of history. So their library's hosting a drop-in experience where you can swing by and view rare documents from their collections. And taking inspiration from these artifacts, you can create your own broadside sharing what independence means to you. And Matt, you were mentioning time capsules earlier. So with this project, you can submit your broadside to be added to a time capsule and also the Historical Society's collections. So this experience will be from 10 to 4 today through July 3rd and from 10 to 2 on July 4th.
What does broadside mean?
It's like paper, like form of document, like the big poster sheets.
It was like isn't that like the like the newspaper, old newspapers, right?
Well, like kind of just like
broadsheet.
Yeah, like more like the like single sheets that like you can like put your like proclamations or different like announcements on.
So many cool things to do this month in July in Philly, and I can't wait to try them all. Thank you so much, Siani, Abby, and Matt, for joining me on this episode.
Have a great month, guys. Thanks.
Stay cool, guys.
Happy birthday, America, and Matt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Matt.
I was waiting for that. Appreciate it.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. Listen, if you enjoyed this episode about things to do in the city, share this episode in the group chat. Also, make those reservations and get those tickets. And also rate this show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. And don't forget, you can support the show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Philly neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.